Now at 5, the Joplin Arts Fest is underway with artists set up in the Cornell complex. Plus, how friendship families make the transition for Pitt State's international students easier. And
President Biden says he's sending administration officials to Detroit amid a historic labor strike of auto workers. I'm Natalie Brand at the White House with why the president says he believes auto companies should go further in their negotiations.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
We are live at the Harry M. Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex for the Joplin Arts Fest. It's a one-stop shop for people to check out local artists, enjoy live music, take part in some activities, and more. And it runs until 9 tonight, but will continue tomorrow. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Tanya Bach. Now later, we'll hear more about the event from the Programming and Marketing Director of the Downtown Joplin Alliance. But first, some of today's top stories. A federal grand jury indicts a Joplin man and woman for allegedly conspiring to steal mail from Joplin residents and to commit bank and wire fraud. Authorities say 27-year-old Aaron Blake and 30-year-old Emily Sturgis stole checks, credit cards, and personal documents, among other things, from Joplin mailboxes. Both Blake and Sturgis are charged with the conspiracy counts, as well as 3 counts of bank fraud and possessing stolen mail. Blake is also charged with aggravated identity theft. About 150 new international students joined Pitt State this semester. A lot of them count on local families to adjust to their new life in Pittsburgh in a smoother way. Now, the families also teach them more about American culture. Students are matched with community volunteers by the International Friends of Pittsburgh. While most of them are here for 1 or 2 semesters, the connections are everlasting.
I think it's a fantastic way to kind of showcase some of the great things about not only our community, but our cultures, our different cultures, because the United States is such a melting pot.
Pitt State became my second home away from Brazil, and just the people, the city, everything that happened in Pittsburgh just made me feel so good that I wanted to come back.
Tonight at 6, we'll hear stories from former and current exchange students at PSU and the lifelong impact of their international experience in Pittsburgh. Of course, I'm joined out here with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good night. We got some cloud covers and temperatures looking pretty good. So if you want to head out here this evening, it looks like a pretty nice evening. Plus, we got high school football this evening as well. Let's go outside. Let's take a look. Most of us are sitting 79, 80, 81 degrees across the region. And we do have the clouds continuing to thicken up, and we have a few showers out toward Wichita. But these are going to mainly stay west of us as we go through the next several hours. But we are going to get some scattered showers in here late tonight and then into the morning hours tomorrow. And, of course, we need the rain. All right, if you're heading out to high school football, 77 at kickoff. We are going to have clouds, but it's going to be dry. 71 by the fourth quarter, so get outside and enjoy the evening. And, of course, we're going to look at those rain chances moving in for us late tonight and tomorrow here in just a little bit.
All right, like you said, it's nice out here.
It is.
Come out and enjoy it. Well, New England is bracing for Hurricane Lee, which is expected to arrive this evening in southern New England. Gusty winds and heavy rain lashed Bermuda last night as the storm tracked northward through the western Atlantic Ocean. On Cape Cod, the owner of this clamming boat secured his vessel to the dock, hoping it can withstand any storm surge.
The seas are pretty big right now. They got big ground swells out there. So everybody's rushing in and securing the boats.
With Maine under its first hurricane watch in 15 years, President Biden approved an emergency declaration for the state. Maine is expected to see the brunt of the storm tomorrow. For the first time in history, the United Auto Workers Union launched a strike against the 3 big automakers, General Motors, Ford, and Jeep maker Stellantis at the same time. Natalie Brand has the latest from the White House.
No one wants a strike.
President Biden, who prides himself in being pro-union, threw his support behind the United Auto Workers amid its historic strike against the big 3 automakers.
Auto companies have seen record profits. Those record profits have not been shared fairly, in my view, with those workers.
Everywhere we go,
Workers at 3 assembly plants in Missouri, Ohio, and Michigan took to the picket lines overnight, demanding higher wages, a shorter work week, and return of pensions.
It feels good that we're actually out here standing up for what we deserve.
Get this contract settled today so we can get our family fed.
The United Auto Workers Union is asking for a 40% pay hike, but so far automakers have offered half that.
For the life of the contract, the initial demands were over $100 billion. We still have a ways to go with the offer they put on the table last night.
GM CEO Mary Barrett told CBS News the companies need to step up their investment in new technology as vehicles transition from gas to EV. President Biden says he hopes both sides return to the negotiating table, and he sent the acting labor secretary and a senior advisor to Detroit. With each passing day, economists say the strike could be felt by all Americans.
The best estimates that we've seen as far as the cost of the strike, it could potentially be upwards of $5 billion of total damage in the first 10 days.
UAW leaders say they expect to be at the bargaining table Saturday and are awaiting a response on their counteroffer. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
President Biden talked with both union reps and company executives last night ahead of the strike, and he's likely to continue to talk with both parties until the strike comes to a resolution. Still ahead, we'll talk with Ivy Hagedorn with the Downtown Joplin Alliance. Welcome back. I'm joined here with Ivy Hagedorn out here at the Joplin Arts Fest, a huge event that just kicked off. Thank you for joining me.
Well, thank you. This is our 9th annual Joplin Arts Fest, and it is the first time we are at the brand new state-of-the-art Cornell complex in downtown Joplin. We're so excited.
So there's lots of tents. You can see them behind you. What is in these tents?
So we have a wide variety of fine artists here. They were all juried in by a selection committee. We have tents outside on the Leggett and Platt Green, and we have tents inside the complex in the Beachshore Performance Hall. And you can find paintings and sculpture, ceramics, fiber art, printmaking, woodcraft, all kinds of wonderful items.
I did a little perusing myself before the 5, and there's some amazing pieces of art out there, for sure.
I've actually already bought a few things, and we did just open.
So how many artists are here tonight?
So we have 38 fine artists here tonight, and then we also have an assortment of 8 performing artists who are going to be performing over the next 2 days.
Let's give me a rundown of who do you have performing for live music?
Yeah, so tonight we're open from 5 to 9, and it's kind of our jazz night. We have Bob Enzer, a jazz pianist, and then we have the Heartland Concert Band, and then Jomo Jazz will be here with the Vintage Swing Movement. So if you've never seen Vintage Swing Movement do their thing, you should definitely come out. They are really fun to watch. We also have lots of great food and beverage options. It's just a beautiful night in Joplin, and come spend it with us.
Any cost to attend?
No, this is absolutely free. We want you to come, just experience the art. There's actually, Spiva Art Center is doing a free make and take booth. You can come and do some tie-dye t-shirts or bandanas or whirly gigs, free of cost. Go around. We want you to support the local artists. Most of them, we have things that range from $10 for original art all the way to $1,000. Something for everyone's budget.
Like you said, something for everyone. Again, Joplin Arts Fest goes tonight until 9 o'clock and kicks off again tomorrow out here at the Cornell Arts Complex. Doug is next with a complete look at the forecast. A little later, health officials raise alarm bells about another triple-demic of COVID, the flu, and RSV.
Well, of course, we're out here live in Joplin, downtown Cornell Arts Center. The Joplin Art Fest, and the weather has actually turned out to be pretty good. Temperatures have been sitting kind of for most of us all day long, but we have some cloud cover, which helps it out. So if you want to come out here, it's a pretty good evening. Let's go outside. Let's take a look at the temps. We're at 81 in Yates Center, 81 Iola, 79 in Miami. Carthage is sitting at 79 degrees. You can't see the clouds, so we're looking at 7th range line, sitting at 80. It feels like 80. Humidity is not that bad, sitting at 35%, a northerly wind at about 5 to 10. So if you're going out this evening, high school football or whatever, it looks pretty good. We're going to slide back through the 70s, 60s. Eventually, near 60 later on tonight, but we do have rain chances in the forecast, which is good because we need the rain. Let's go outside. We have the clouds kind of thickening up across the region. You can see some showers, mainly I-35 and west, so Wichita to Oklahoma City points west, and those showers are going to start to work in, but this is going to be late tonight, mainly after midnight, so if you have any evening plans, it's going to be fine throughout the evening. But you can see the rain slowly advancing in, so from Wichita, Oklahoma City, Dodge City, Hays, Salina, and this is all associated with a cold front that is heading toward us, and this is going to start to affect us late tonight into the morning hours. So at least we have some rain chances. Let's go east. We have Hurricane Lee, which is spinning almost due east of New York City, so it's out across the Atlantic. It's a Category 1 hurricane, clocking winds at 80 miles per hour, and this is going to make landfall tomorrow afternoon, but it will affect the New England states, so this is going to be a national story as it starts to push in as we go through the daytime hours tomorrow. All right, let's step through your next 48 hours. Showers pushing in. Here's midnight. You can see light showers on the Kansas and also the Oklahoma side. These start to press through. They're going to be very scattered, so hit and miss showers late tonight into tomorrow morning. So we're looking at 7:30 in the morning, clouds. We have some light showers sticking around through the morning hours. Once we get into the afternoon, we're going to see mostly cloudy skies. But tomorrow evening, as the cold front slides through, we're going to pick up some showers and thunderstorms. Some of these thunderstorms could be a little bit on the stronger side, so we'll have to keep our eyes on that. And then all this clears out by Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon is going to shape up to be actually a pretty good day. We'll get sunshine returning back into lower 80s for afternoon highs. All right, day planning for you Saturday starting. Light showers in the morning, 79 by 4, high temp, right around 80 degrees, and at least we're going to get some rain chances into the region. 80 tomorrow, 82 on Sunday, 85 on Monday. Rain chances, better chances for at least widespread rain by the time we head into next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which, of course, we need. We need some rain into the area. Of course, we're going to get a few showers tomorrow morning, but if you want to head out here tonight, the weather's looking pretty good.
And there's live music until 9 o'clock tonight, and like you said, it'll be great weather. Yeah. Even with the showers, I don't think it'll really damper too much tomorrow.
No, they're going to be hit and miss.
Yeah, hit and miss. All right, thanks, Ted.
Yep.
Well, topping today's Health Watch, scientists have discovered a new way to tackle cancer cells in hard-to-treat brain tumors. By using quantum technology, researchers in the UK used a spray containing special molecules to target and treat glioblastoma, an aggressive and uncurable form of brain cancer. The approach left healthy cells unscathed, and researchers say it opens up the possibility of future quantum technology treatments. Well, it's that time of year when health experts are concerned the country could see another triple epidemic. That's when COVID-19, flu, and RSV circulate at the same time. As Haley Ott tells us, the U.S. has more tools than ever before to try to keep people healthy.
Federal health officials are getting the word out that Americans should get protected this fall.
The prevailing notion had been that COVID, flu, and RSV ruled our lives. This is the year that we can turn the tables on all three of those respiratory infectious diseases.
Dr. Nirav Shah with the CDC says that's because we have more tools now to fight back. Earlier this week, the CDC recommended everyone 6 months and older get an updated COVID-19 vaccine as cases and hospitalizations increase. Those vaccines should be available in the coming days. As for RSV,
we've started to see an uptick in some parts of the country in the Southeast when it comes to RSV. If you're over the age of 60 or you have a young child, now is a right time to talk with your doctor, talk with your pharmacist about getting the RSV vaccine or immunization.
An FDA-approved RSV vaccine is also available for pregnant people to protect infants.
Flu cases remain low for now, but the CDC expects activity to increase in the coming weeks.
Early data from the Southern Hemisphere's 2023 flu season shows vaccines reduced flu-related hospitalizations by 52%.
They had a moderately severe flu experience, and fortunately, the viruses that were circulating down under match very nicely what's in the vaccine this year.
It's recommended everyone 6 months of age and older get a flu vaccine, ideally in September or October. Haley Ott, CBS News, New York.
A new study shows eating healthy meals is a great start, but unhealthy snacks might be undoing the benefits. Research in the European Journal of Nutrition found more than a quarter of participants reported eating healthy meals, but poor quality snacks like highly processed foods and sugary treats. Those foods were linked to a higher risk for stroke, cardiovascular disease, and obesity. Coming up, college students have a large chunk of the nation's credit card debt. We'll look at what they're buying. Topping today's Consumer Watch, the IRS is freezing a pandemic-era employer tax benefit. Organization says the move comes amid rising concerns about improper employee retention credit claims. Officials say this is temporary, but will remain in place at least through the end of the year. The agency is investigating nearly $3 billion, possibly fraudulent claims. Credit card debt is at an all-time high, and it's often college students carrying a balance, and often with interest rates topping 20%. Christine Lazar has a look at what students are buying.
College student Florentino Gonzalez uses his credit card for essentials like groceries and has around $1,000 in credit card debt.
$1,000 is still a massive amount of money for me as of right now.
A survey by U.S. News and World Report found 42% of college students are carrying credit card debt. And for 28% of them, that debt exceeds $2,000.
If you consider they probably also have student loan debt they're going to have to pay off when they get out of college. When you add credit card debt to that, that can really put them behind as soon as they graduate from college.
Credit card expert Beverly Harzog says the majority of students in debt didn't get there with impulse spending. Nearly half say they used their cards for school-related expenses, like books and fees. The other half say they need it for living expenses, and it appears students may not be fully educated on credit card terms and conditions. In the survey, only 19% knew how a credit score is measured.
I think this is where parents can really step in, make sure they understand how personal finance works so that they're prepared.
Harzog says if possible, students should avoid using the credit card until they can pay off the balance.
I pay it off every month on time. So if not, then what happens.
Experts say it's also important to create a budget and set up auto pay so you don't miss a payment. Christine Lazar, CBS News, Los Angeles.
New home affordability now becomes even harder as monthly home prices reach an all-time high. Recent data from mortgage companies Redfin and Freddie Mac show new home prices are out of reach for many Americans. Redfin says the median monthly mortgage payment hit $2,632 in the 4 weeks ending on September 10th. That's when rates were at 7.12%. Well, final check of the forecast is next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, Steve Hartman takes us on the road with a story of the lasting impact of kindness. And then on KOAM News at 6, details on a police pursuit that started in Missouri and ended in Kansas. Plus, we'll have more on how friendship families are helping Pitt State's international students adjust. And it's time for Friday Night Football. Sports Director John Dales will be live in Webb City to preview the matchup against Joplin. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6.
And it looks great for high school football. We do have a little bit of cloud cover, but temperatures fantastic, upper 70s to near 80 degrees. We are going to get some showers in here late tonight into tomorrow morning, but besides that, overall, the weekend is looking pretty good. Temperatures into next week, not bad. So, of course, we're going to be talking more football weather here at 6 as we are live from the Cornell Arts Institute.
That's right. Out here for Joplin Arts Fest that's going on tonight until 9 and all day tomorrow as well. Well, thanks for joining us. The CBS Evening News is next. And, of course, we'll be right back here for the KOAM News at 6. We'll see you then. Have a great evening and an even better weekend.